So here are some steps to fundamental trading. So the first thing you should do is start by getting an overview of the market. Okay, and you can do this by visiting news sites such as fxstreet.com, Forex Factory, DailyFX, Forex Live, Bloomberg Currencies, centralbank.com, etc. Okay, those are news sites that you can visit to get an overview of the market. So the first thing you should do is get an overview of the market. Then the next thing you should do is identify the main cause of yesterday's price move and the main cause of yesterday's sentiment. So you have to identify the reason why the market was moving yesterday and what caused the sentiment. The next thing you should do is identify the cause of the market sentiment for the most recent session. Okay, so if we're in New York session now, you want to identify the cause of the market sentiment for the London session. So that's very important. What was driving sentiment for the previous session? Okay, so the next step is to identify what is causing the sentiment for the current session. Okay, so you have to ask yourself, what is the market doing now? If the market is rising, then you have to ask yourself, why is the market rising? And then you can visit the news sites to find out what is causing the current market sentiment. You have to also ask yourself, has anything happened to impact the sentiment? For example, has any fundamental announcement come out worse than expected? Okay, was it significant? For example, if we were expecting CPI to come out at 1.7 and it came out at 1.2, that is a significant deviation, and that can really drive market sentiment. Okay, so you have to ask yourself this: has any fundamental announcement come out worse than expected or better than expected? If there's news driving the market, you have to always ask yourself, how is this news compared to the overall fundamental outlook of the currency? For example, if we're trading the Australian dollar and the overall outlook for the currency is bearish because, say for instance, they have had talks about decreasing interest rates, which means the overall fundamental outlook for the currency is bearish, and then we get bad CPI data, then this agrees with the overall fundamental outlook, and this would be an excellent opportunity to sell the Australian dollar. So whenever fundamental announcements come out in line with the overall fundamental outlook for a currency, that's an excellent trading opportunity. So if the fundamental outlook for a currency is bullish and then we get good fundamental announcement for that currency, then that's a good opportunity to buy that currency once it has reached a good price level. Okay, now the next thing is, are there any upcoming fundamental announcements? As a fundamental trader, you have to always be aware of what's happening on the economic calendar. Okay, so you have to pay keen attention to the economic calendar, and you can use FX Street calendar or you can use Forex Factory economic calendar. So you have to always ask yourself, are there any upcoming fundamental announcements, and is the news strong enough to cause increased market volatility? Say for example, you're going to place a trade on a fundamental announcement. You have to first ask yourself, is this fundamental announcement significant enough to cause increased market volatility? Okay,